Hello, you guys. What's happening? How's everybody? Did you guys have a good few days? I have worked my rump off. No wonder I have a flat ass. I would just work it to the bone. I know that's stupid. Don't mind me. But anyway, we now have Butters officially in the new barn. I still have Elvis and Lollipop to get in there. But Lollipop, I can just put the harness on, walk her over. But other than that, the barn is about done. I've got all the gates in. I've got all the hay. I've got them ready to come out. But yeah, it's ready for them all to be there. And then, I'm super excited. That's what I've worked so hard for, and it's happening finally. So I'm just glad that everybody will be safe for the storms now. Hello, Justin. Hi, Missy. Hi, Uncle. How is everyone doing? You guys doing all right? If you're new here, please come in and say hello and just let us know that you're here and where you're watching from. Tonight is Georgia Hauntings. Let's see. And the next state is Hawaii. That ought to be interesting. Oh, Spirit Stalker. How you doing, girl? Spirit Stalker, I have used my pen so much. My purple, blue, black, teal, and burgundy are out of ink. And I'm on red. So I've got pink and yellow left. And I tried the yellow, and I can't hardly see it on the paper. So I need another one. I like it. And it writes nice. It doesn't have much ink in there, I don't think. But yeah, I'm out of ink in all of those because I've used it so much, y'all. It's so cute. And when it's all out of ink, I'm still keeping it. Anywho, what y'all doing? Hi, Rita. So don't forget, Sunday is already June fucking 1st. The first day of hurricane season is Sunday. That's just dandy. But I will be on Sunday for the June horoscopes. So yes, we will do June horoscopes on Sunday. If anybody would like to come on as a guest, let me know. Rita, when you coming on with me? Terry? Hi, Terry. Spirit Stalker, you really need to, come on. Especially when I get to Texas. So what's everyone doing? Everybody just waiting around to hear what. All right. So I've got some cool places. Now I do remember at least one of these places I have talked about before in prior haunting talks. Why? You can come on as a guest from your phone. Even. You can be in front of a computer or a tablet or from your phone. Terry, you've already come on as a guest with me one time, but your Wi-Fi kept cutting you out. It did. You remember that? You're the bomb, Missy. Thank you. I just got it. All right. So welcome to Fireballs and F-Bombs. It's Wednesday night, May 28th. And tonight we're going to talk about Georgia. Oh, Justin, what you having to eat? What did I have tonight? I had Parmesan crusted chicken with green beans and squash. So that's what I had. And then my dinners just came in today, so I got 4 more. But I've already seen one that I want to make tomorrow. There's that one I really want to do. But yeah. You had chicken Alfredo. Oh my, with the white sauce. See, now, I know this has nothing to do with our topic, but I love like pizza and lasagna and spaghetti. Here's the problem now that I'm older. The red sauce gives me heartburn. I can't remember the name of it. Now I've put them up. So I have switched. Well, my favorite pizza is white pizza anyway with the white sauce. So I bet the chicken Alfredo lasagna is fucking delicious. And I would really enjoy that. But yeah, I don't know. It's like as you get older, I think it's like every 7 years, your tasters, your body changes and whatever. You can become allergic to something that you weren't before, or you can not be allergic to it anymore. But this red sauce now, the last couple years, and every time I eat red sauce, I get the worst heartburn. It's terrible. It's terrible. So I try to avoid the red sauce. I do. I love, okay. My favorite pizza ever in the world is white pizza with chicken, mushrooms, black olives, and pineapple. Yes, pineapple goes on pizza. I don't care what y'all say. That is my favorite pizza. And I like fat pizza, not that thin shit. Tina, let's go to fucking, you know who makes a really good white pizza is Pizza Hut. Can we please go to Pizza Hut? I'm on a diet, but fuck, I want some pizza. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to start on Georgia now. Okay. Sometimes heartburn can depend on the brand of red. Well, I guess, but it seems like it doesn't matter where I go or what type I eat. If I eat pizza with red sauce, spaghetti with a lot of red sauce, even chili with the red sauce, and like lasagna, I get the worst heartburn. So I try to avoid those and not eat them so much because it's terrible. Tomorrow will be corned beef and cat. I love corned beef and cabbage, but be glad y'all wouldn't have to be sleeping next to me, because let me tell you something about the cabbage and I. It makes me toot. Cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, eggs. I'm going to be tooting up a storm throughout my sleeping. So if y'all don't like it, then I suggest y'all not feed me that. If not, if you don't care, then I'd love it. Oh, does that work? Rita, are you telling me that works? Coming from you, I believe it. I know he sends me food of the fucking, he sends me pictures of the food he makes all the time. And I'm like, oh my God, he needs to cook for me. Like, you need to invite me over to dinner, mister. That is 67 calories. I know. One part Burn 67 calories, don't forget. All right, I'm going to start on Georgia. So we're going to start over here with, this is in Americus, Georgia, and it's called the Windsor Hotel. And I know I'm going to as well because broccoli and cabbage. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. If it, okay. So, and I don't know if y'all know, we are planning a girlies weekend. Just one night. We're planning just a one night quick meet in the middle, halfway. Rumpa is coming down, and he's going to meet all the girls, and he's coming down for a weekend. And well, his birthday's July 5th, and mine's July 6th, and he's going to come down for both of our birthdays. So we're just going to have like a little birthday celebration over the weekend. So just that Saturday night, me, Rumpa, Annie, Rita, Julie, and Terry are going to meet halfway like we did before in the same exact place. And I think I found the same exact house we stayed in before too, which was such a cute little place. So we are going to meet halfway just for one night, and it's going to be, so don't take your Zantac because that's just going to be funny. Y'all have to break in Rumpa. So, but it's going to be a very fun weekend, I think. And other than that, me and Annie's meeting the girls in, it's over by Tampa in August, and it's a place called Miranda Bay, I think it is. And it is it's Miranda Lagoon, excuse me. And we're going to go to Miranda Lagoon for the weekend, and we're really looking forward to that. And we're hoping and praying for no fucking hurricanes. So that is just going to be fun. We're all going to pitch in together, so it's going to be pretty cheap. So, yeah. So we're planning that for July 5th. The girls and I, we will probably go live for a little while that night as well. And we'll go live in Miranda Lagoon as well. So y'all could be looking for that. Okay. So in Americus, Georgia, it's called the Windsor Hotel. Now, this was built in 1892. It's a beautiful red brick Victorian house, Victorian style luxury hotel. Which weekend? July 5th for the birthday weekend, or for the August? We're going the weekend of August 9th for the Miranda Lagoon. Okay. It's a beautiful red brick Victorian style luxury hotel, and it's super haunted. So this hotel has had numerous incidents of people taking their own lives while staying there. It has also had a notoriously faulty elevator in its early years, with multiple accidents where people have fallen down the elevator shaft. I said shaft. Sometimes it's this one elevator that has continued issues. In 1908, Alonzo Walters, a bank cashier in Ellaville, suspected of stealing money, took his own life in the lavatory. In 1906, Eugene Moore, a businessman from Albany, took his life in the same exact way as Walters did, but in his third floor room. I didn't find details of how it was done. I was just told that it was exactly the same. So we don't know if maybe the second one was haunted by the first one, and you know what I mean? Like, told him how to do it, and apparently it was exactly the same. So it seemed weird how similar they were, and neither one had suicide notes. One of the most famous and confirmed stories was in the early 1900s. A housekeeper named Emily was working on the third floor. She was in the hallway with her young daughter, Emma, with her at work that day. Now, the daughter was playing while she was cleaning the rooms. Now, her lover, Emily's lover, a local politician, ended up showing up there, and they were having a huge argument in this hallway, and he angrily pushed Emily and Emma into, you guessed it, an empty elevator shaft. They both fell to their death in this elevator shaft, the same elevator shaft that have issues. Guests always say they hear screaming, a child playing in the hallway, footsteps that appear to be running, and they're also seen a reflection of a woman in a hallway mirror. Room 333 is said to be the most haunted room in the whole hotel. It's close to where the service elevator shaft is, where they were pushed down. It was later learned that in the room she was cleaning, which was room 333, she was cleaning room 333 when it all happened. You will hear strange noises in the room. Your things will mysteriously move on their own. So they're thinking it might be her trying to tidy. Now, Floyd Ardell Lowery worked as a bellman and elevator operator for over a half century. He lived on the second floor. He was a Black man who lived with his mother. He never drank alcohol and was the hotel's longest serving employee. Today, the bar located on the second floor is named in Floyd's honor. He has never left. He has been seen in the elevator and has also been known to watch over the front desk. He's very curious and doesn't cause any harm. Staff even speaks to him daily. I guess they're pretty used to him, huh? So, 1 second. Okay. Oops, shit, I hit the wrong thing. There we go. All right. Now, in Savannah, we have the Marshall House. Now, this was established in 1852 and is one of Savannah's best haunted hotels. It's Savannah's oldest operational hotel. So during the Civil War, it operated as a hospital for Union soldiers, and also in the midst of the yellow fever outbreak. The lower floors were once used as surgery chambers. In the 1990s, workers unearthed human remains believed to be amputated limbs of soldiers that had been concealed beneath the floorboards. I'm not sure what the policy is on what to do with your amputated limbs. But even back then, what would make you fucking put them under the floorboards? Because wouldn't that stink? Seriously, like, wouldn't that? Okay. The fourth floor is considered the most haunted part of this hotel. Room 414 is apparently the place you want to be, excuse me. Guests and staff have reported hearing children running in the halls, especially at night. Sounds of a typewriter typing. People have seen shadow figures and full body apparitions, including the original owner, Mary Marshall, the Marshall House. Faucets in the room will turn on and off by themselves. The lights flicker, electronic items power down, and your batteries will die. People often smell unpleasant smells, including rotting flesh. I think I just said that. I think even putting just amputated parts would smell, right? Okay. Doors open and close by themselves. Items go missing all the time. People will see a male in uniform that appears to have a severed hand, and he's looking for a doctor. You know, what's it called? The Marshall House. As gross as that sounds, I would absolutely love to go there. I'm ready. Also in Savannah, it's called the Pirate's House. Now, this was established back in 1753 and one of the oldest structures in Savannah. It is currently a restaurant. This restaurant also includes its interconnected buildings, and that is included the Herb House. Back in the day, this was a gathering spot for pirates, gang members, and seafarers. Inside this restaurant today, you can still see the entrance to a tunnel that was used for kidnapping or an escape. It's said that you can hear voices and talking. It said that you can hear voices and talking coming from the tunnel area. There's reports of shadowy apparitions spanning from the upstairs gift shop and in the banquet rooms. Many men were drugged and kidnapped through this tunnel, which led to the docks. Many lives were lost from overdosing them or just beating them to death. People see men walking around like they're looking for a stiff drink, still dressed in aged attire. Excuse me. They don't do any harm, but they will sit and watch you. It's almost like, I'd go there too. Absolutely go there. Now, excuse me. The next one is in Atlanta. Now, y'all know that we've heard that Atlanta is super haunted as well. This is called the Ellis Hotel. Now, this is formerly the Winecoff Hotel. It's the site of the deadliest hotel fire in U.S. history. It opened in 1913 and was one of the tallest at the time with 15 stories. It was deemed fireproof. It had no fire escapes, no fire doors, and no sprinklers. In 1946, a fire broke out in the hotel. The fire department arrived on scene quickly, but the ladders only reached up to 8 stories, and their nets could only withstand jumps from 6 stories. The fire killed 119 of the 280 guests. Many died from jumping from their windows. Guests claim they smell smoke and hear phantom footsteps and people screaming for help. Even today, the fire alarm will set itself off at 2:48 a.m., which is the exact time the deadly fire happened. Even people outside claim they will see people in the windows crying and yelling for help. I'd probably go there too. It just seems it seems like when someone or when these people and they die in a place so horrifically or tragically, they just don't leave. Like they're still, it's almost like they still are trying to be saved. Even if it's long ago like that. Like, I don't know if the ones on the other side can tell, like, do they know that it's been 50 years? You know what I mean? Like, we are quite aware of, I'm going to be 54 years old, but like, does my family members on the other side are like, oh my God, she's going to be 54 years old. You know what I mean? Like, do they understand time? Like, this is a crazy thing. This is some things I'd like to ask them that I need to write these questions down, don't I? I'm going to write that down. How do I word that? Hang on. How do I word that? Because I can pull out my rods. I always try to find yes or no questions to ask my rods. How do I ask that question? Can or do you, are you able to, how do I word that? Can you or are you able to comprehend time? Does the afterlife record their existence? Should I put that? Existence. If you guys ever come up with curious questions like that are yes or no questions, please tell me the questions so I can write them down, because I can have a podcast and bring out my dowsing rods, because my dowsing rods are usually pretty active with answering. So yeah, if you guys can ever come up with good questions like that, like I just wrote down, please ask them. And you just state on here, hey, this is a rod question. And I'll be like, oh, okay. And I can go to the page and write down the question. And I can have a podcast and do the rods. But they have to be, with the rods, they have to be yes or no questions. Okay. The next one is called Dahlonega, Georgia. That is the name of the town. It's Old Lumpkin County Courthouse. So it's Lumpkin County, but it's in the town of Dahlonega. Now, this building served as the seat of Lumpkin County Government Courthouse from 1836 to 1965 and is the oldest existing courthouse in the state of Georgia. There have been many people cross through this building, And it has seen people rise, lives fall, and its ghostly activities come in a terrifying fashion. People were hanged here, but unknown exactly how many. A judge was murdered in his chambers by inmates. Inmates killed other inmates. Innocent people were also found guilty and were killed, hanged. Their spirits are said to have never left. People have claimed to hear screaming, crying, footsteps that seem to shuffle across the floor. You will hear what sounds like a gavel hitting the desk. You will hear people talking as if in a deep conversation. Excuse me. There's a chess game that the spirits seem to be playing because the pieces make strategic moves by themselves. You will also hear what sounds like a plate of dishes crash. You will see soldiers and inmates wandering the halls. Now, the entire town of Dalanega is haunted. You can actually take a ghost tour of the entire town. There's also Mount Hope Cemetery, and it's known for the shadows of old miners and soldiers and inmates. The Dalanega Gold Museum also has a dark history, and souls are trapped there. And the Holly Theater. You will see ghostly figures, feel unexplained cold spots in the middle of summer, and some spirits are past performers. They still linger. I'd go there too. Y'all know that y'all would go to every one of these damn places. I would. Now, the next one's also in Dalanega. This is called the Hull House Hotel. This dates back to 1851. It was built to be a stagecoach stop and was owned by the Hall family. Throughout the years, it's also been a private residence, a boarding house, and apartments for UNG students. Your best chance for ghost sighting is in Sarah's room. Now, when the owner, the Hall family, was renovating on the third floor, he found a walking stick engraved with the name Sarah in the walls. He accidentally broke this cane and took it home to fix it. Now, guests that stayed in that room right after the renovation told him that they saw a figure of a woman limping around like she needed assistance. They had no knowledge of the cane that was found by him. So he went ahead and fixed the cane and brought it back. It is still on display there in a shadow box, but people will still tell him that she is searching for it. There has also been a male figure seen in the upstairs dining room attempting to pull the chairs out for people being seated. So apparently they're thinking he used to work there. Strange noises, whispers, and footprints are always heard throughout the hallways. I'd go there too. So far, I haven't heard one that I wouldn't go to. So if there's one you wouldn't go to, let me know why, because I'd go to every one of them. We need to just get together for a girls' weekend or a week and just fucking go to all these different places. That would be so much fun. Okay. We're moving on to Marietta. I go by these towns, but I don't know if they're north, south, east, west, or in central. I don't know where they are. I know Savannah is kind of east, over by the coast. Because I remember when I was looking to buy houses up in Georgia, I wouldn't go to Savannah because I'm like, I'm trying to get the fuck away from the coast. Why would I go moving to the coast? So I wouldn't even look in Savannah. But I'd go visit for a haunted trip. So I know where Savannah is, and I know Atlanta is up at the top up there by Helen. And I don't know where Marietta is, but this is called the Marietta History Center. Now, this one is very short. I couldn't find a lot of information on this one. This is located in the haunted Kennesaw House building. This was first built as a cotton warehouse in 1845 and later remodeled into a hotel. Then served as a hospital and morgue during the Civil War. I already know if it's a hospital and a morgue, we already know where it's going with that. People that visit along with staff claim crazy experiences all the time. The elevator moves by itself with nobody inside. We've heard a lot of elevators doing this. So I don't like elevators as it is. I mean, it's better than stairs, but I'm going to freak out if I get in a fucking elevator and it shuts down and then fucking get caught inside. You will see full body apparitions on your video cameras and on their video cameras in the building. Let's see. You'll see full body apparitions on the video cameras when they know the room or hallway is closed down. You've been to Savannah? That's cool. I heard Savannah and Atlanta are both two very haunted places. Now, people see a lady in a pink dress who has been identified as the wife of the former owner. She makes herself known to most children visitors and will try to touch them. Apparently, she loved children in real life and she was unable to have any. So she loves children. That's all I have. I didn't have her name or anything like that, but I would go there too. Now, the next one is the Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield Park, and this is in Kennesaw. I'm assuming that Kennesaw and the Marietta is pretty close together, like side by side or something, because the first one even mentioned the Kennesaw House building. Okay, so this was the site of a bloody Civil War battles in the summer of 1864. 5,350 people died on this battlefield during the Battle of Kennesaw Mountain. When people hike here, they are sure to hear the sounds of cannons and gunshots, and some can even smell blood and gunpowder. There are also locals that have homes backed up to the battlefield. They have all reported seeing Civil War soldiers running back and forth. They have heard disembodied voices yelling as if giving orders. One family said they were sitting outside and they saw a soldier in war-torn clothing walking towards them. They thought he was coming to ask them for help. They got up to meet him, but he disappeared in midair. Poof. They were looking around in disbelief. So he disappeared. I think that would probably freak me out a little bit too. If somebody, oh my God, what's happened? Are you okay? And then where'd you just fucking go? I just saw the guy. Did you see him? Yeah, I saw him. Where'd he go? Y'all know y'all'd be fucking freaked out. I would. It'd be cool, but I'd still be freaked out a little. Right? Who wouldn't be? I'd be pulling out every fucking piece of my equipment that I could. Good, no goodness. All right. So the next one is in Roswell, Georgia. Again, I don't know where that is. It's called the Bullock Hall, Bulloch. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but no judging if I'm not. So Bullock is what I got from it. This is a beautiful Greek revival mansion that was the childhood home of Teddy Roosevelt's mother. Now, for one, there's a spirit of a young girl who fell to her death in a well on the property. She's usually visible outdoors around the grounds. Also, people have claimed to see Confederate soldiers watching them from the windows of the second story. Now, the Bullock family owned 31 slaves, and they all lived on the property in their own separate quarters. These slaves managed the grounds, worked their cotton fields, and even did needed work inside the mansion. There were 2 known slaves that were Bullock's favorites, and they lived inside the mansion. They were known as Daddy Luke and Mama Charlotte. They experienced the best conditions while the other slave workers combated the heat and the work outside. There is little known record on how they treated their slaves, but they still knew no freedom. The slaves that died by their owners never left. Now, the girl that fell in the well can be heard crying for help. This well she fell into can be seen from the front. They aren't sure if the girl was attempting to fetch water and fell in. If she was attempting to fetch water from the well, or she was playing too close to it and fell in. She was in there calling for help, and her calls were never answered. People have said they hear the cries coming from the well, and they rush to it to help her, but nobody was there. They said the sounds were so real, it scared them. She is known as one of the mansion's more popular spirits and can almost always be heard, especially on your video recorders. Hi, Ayla. How are you doing? All the babies are good. We're getting them slowly moved into the new barn. I would not let you run, Terry. If y'all go on a ghost hunt with me, y'all are going to be right there with me, and I'm not going to let y'all run unless we're all running, okay? That's just the deal. That's just the deal there. If y'all go with me, you're either going to be sucked to me or we're all going to run. This is the same time. But what's the point of going ghost hunting if you don't want to stay and pull out your equipment and try to talk to them and find out what happened, or how were you fetching water, or were you pushed in, or were you just, Oh, really? All right. Bye, Terry. Maybe she's got to go to work tomorrow. Anyway, it's also been said that spirits are inside as well. Now, the home's alarm system goes off a lot for no reason. The Roswell police are now wary to investigate these calls. They especially don't like having to search the creepy attic. Now, cops have said that the chairs pull out from the tables right in front of them, and the rocking chairs will all start rocking by themselves all at the same time. And they said that they feel like all the spirits are just sitting back, rocking, and watching them. That would be cool as shit to me. If I was the cop on scene and I saw all these fucking chairs start rocking at the same time, I'm going to be like, this is fucking cool. This is awesome. This is something I have to come back and investigate. Right. Yes. Right, Rita. That's exactly right. I would want to try to find out, who are you? Why are you still here? Are you able to cross over? Are you attached to something here in this locate? You know what I mean? I would try to help them. I've even told spirits that they can give me a message. Is their family still here? Are they local? Like, is there a message? Can you give me their name? Can you give me your name? I would try to find, stuff like that. I would try to help them. Now, if I walk into a place, I am able to know pretty fucking quickly if there's evil there, because an evil spirit has a certain feeling to it that I have felt, and I didn't like it, and I left. I'm not going to fuck around with those the mad ones. I'm not going to fuck around with evil spirits who's mad. And I'm going to say the craziest thing I've ever done, and you guys witnessed it when I was with Patty over there in Jasper, and I started my channeling, and I started seeing these pictures, and the walls were changing colors. And as I would say it, and the daughter was like, oh fuck, that's my dad. Like, I was telling them shit from their childhood that they didn't no, I didn't know. I had just met them people. If I haven't updated on y'all on that, they reopened the police case in Jasper for that case. But we got rid of the poltergeist because it was the dad that was trying to get their attention. That's cool. The spirits are chilling. This stuff on YouTube of cops being frightened by a scream at a cemetery and running. Listen, okay. I did that video. That is a very funny video that we did. I did it on TikTok as well. And a friend of mine who was working with me, who's Florida Highway Patrol now, and we both did it together. And it's a very funny video. And yes, but that is a scary scream. And yeah, but I have to say, if I'm out in a cemetery and hear a scream like that, I'm going to run the fuck away, just like I did in the video. Okay. Now, I've been to a cemetery, and of course, a friend of mine who was on duty met us at the cemetery. While he was on duty, I was off duty at the time. And we were live. We were live, and we posted that. And he's been in the podcast. I don't think he had very much experience in the ghost hunting, but he came to kind of chill with us and to find out what was going on. And he heard this voice coming from the voice box that we had on this particular grave site. And I think he was freaked out a little bit. And it's like, you get scared, but yet you don't want to leave. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, okay, this is freaky and it's fucking scary as fuck, but I ain't going nowhere. Now, does that make sense to you guys? Sort of like you see a movie or see something even in person, and you're like, it is so fucked up, but I can't look away. It's one of those things that you just can't look away from, but yet it's scaring the shit out of you. or it's just horrifying and you're just like, you can't look away from it because you're going to fucking miss something if you do. I'm the first one to sit there and bring out my video camera and try to film something. Yeah. So anyway, I've got one more, and this is the one that I have talked about before in my prior haunted places, and it is, I know, and it does. If I know something evil is there, though, I'm gonna back out and leave. I'm not gonna fuck around with anything evil, but I'll be able to tell it within the first minute of being there if there's something evil, because it's I can't even explain to you the feeling that you get when you feel something evil compared to a fun spirit or an open spirit or a spirit that just wants to say hello or talk to you and tell you their story. Like, right, Rita, so this cemetery that is near us, okay, and I told you guys about it just last podcast when I was talking about the Florida hauntings. Now, this is the one that we've had things thrown at us. We've had wood and rocks thrown at us at this particular cemetery, but yet we've been there and had good experiences. Like the night that I took Rita and Terry, it was a good experience because Daniel came through and he literally gave us directions. And it's posted on my YouTube. I was live. You could hear exactly. He told you every step to take. He told you to take a left, take a right, head east. He was telling you the directions and led us exactly to his gravesite. And as soon as we sat down at his gravesite and I turned the grid light on, a shadow went in front of the grid light. I was about to wet my pants. But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And that's the kind of shit that I hope to get every time we go there. Like, we haven't been in a while. Like, I'm ready to go back. Me and Aunt, who was it? It was me and Annie that went one night, wasn't it? When we first got the video camera. Anyway, like, nothing happened really that night because I don't know, but sometimes nothing will happen. But again, I'm going to be the first one to tell people ghost hunting is like a day fishing. You go fishing, you get bite after bite after bite, and you have a fantastic day fishing. Sometimes you don't get one fucking bite, but you still enjoy being there. Like it's relaxing to you. It's fun. It takes your mind off things. You still have an enjoyable time, even if you don't get a fucking bite, but you're still going to try. You're going to change your baits. You're going to, throw your casts, all that. It's fun. Whether you get anything or not, I'm going to be the first one to say, no, we went there and not one thing happened. Or I'm going to say, holy shit, let me tell you what happened when I went to this place. That's just, I'm going to be honest that way. And I'm not going to be like, I'm sorry. There's things that happen that you could go on a super haunted place that they say is super haunted and get there and not one fucking thing happens. I'm going to be the first one to go, nothing happened. I'm not going to be some of these, and I understand they have their TV shows. I understand they need the views and all that. Okay. So they're going to make shit up for views, and that's, but not every single fucking place you go to, you're going to get that much action. It's false. It's not going to happen. So Anyway, the last one I have is Lake Lanier. Now, I have talked about this Lake Lanier I think everybody's heard about Lake Lanier in Beaufort, Georgia. This is one of the most popular haunted places in Georgia, if I recall. This is a popular hangout during the summer. It's a beautiful place. Even in the winter, it becomes like a winter wonderland. But there's a tragic past below the waters. And this lake has claimed a lot of lives. When this man-made lake was created in the 1950s, they displaced an entire Black community and flooded the valley. This submerged all the cemeteries and unmarked graves, leading to the lake being haunted by these forgotten souls. Since 1994, more than 200 people have died on this lake. There are also reports of something strange lurking below the water. Now, body parts have been found here, along with unusually large catfish, and it has caused boats to all of a sudden sink. Now, one story says it was of a car with two women who drove off of the bridge there in 1958. Now, people still report seeing one of those women wandering the bridge at night. She is called the Lady of the Lake. Swimmers here also report unseen hands grabbing their legs and attempting to pull them under the water. No matter what they go in this lake on a boat or wave runner or canoe or anything like that, they feel like something is trying to pull them over, turn them over, or drown them. Every summer, they have deaths there. Every summer. Not an accident that people, no, it's every summer they have deaths there. So that's all I have. I would not go to Lake Lanier. I would not go in the water. I would not get in a boat or a canoe or see. Okay, so here's my thing. So like in August, we're going to this Miranda Lagoon. Now this is a man-made lagoon and the water is like a pool. So you got solid white sand with clear blue waters, right? You go swimming in it. You can walk in it. You wade in it. They have a bar/kitchen that you just swim up to and have your drink and eat your lunch. And then they have this big thing that you can go do all the slides. Like, it's crazy. Not one fish. There's no fish. It is blocked off. I'm talking like, the water in the Bahamas. I do not swim in water that I can't see underneath. So I grew up on Lake Okeechobee. I will not go swimming in Lake Okeechobee. All of my friends used to go into Lake Okeechobee off of the rope swing. Not me. I stayed on the fucking edge. I don't do any water that I can't see underneath me. And I'm never going to be any different. Now, if I go in the ocean, if I go to the beach and I go to the ocean and it's dark, dark water, I might go to the water in my ankles to cool off and maybe sit down and just kind of throw some water over my leg. I ain't getting that fucking water. Now, the Miranda Lagoon, I will absolutely go all up in that water because I can see down there and I know there's no fish coming up on me. And, The Bahamas. I did snorkeling in the Bahamas. I'm not a diver, but I did snorkeling in the Bahamas. The water is so clear, it's like a pool. But I would still just stay on the top because there's still fish down there. So, it wasn't man-made. It's the ocean. And I saw a big barracuda and hauled ass back to the boat. Like, but it's very clear water. So in clear water, I will get off the boat. Okay. When I lived in the Keys, I was a deputy down in the Keys for 8 years. And we used to go to the, I'm going to have a brain fart. I'm having a brain fart. To send some crazy ghosts to scare the shit out of the scammers who keep oh shit. The sandbar. Okay. So me and my buddies on our weekends off, we would load up on the boat and we would go out to the sandbar in Isla Morada, which was District 6 to us. And we would go to the sandbar, and I would either have a lounge chair or I would be on a float, and we would just kind of tie it to the back of the boat. I would be back there floating around. And I mean, the water's only up to your knees anyway, but it's super clear because you're on super white sand and you can see if anything's coming up. Yes. See, I like that when you can see under the water. So we would be out there we would be out there. We would be day drinking. We would be, running the grill on the back of the boat. Like it was amazing. We would have amazing weekends down there. And like, I still got the hookups down there. I still have such good friends down there, and they all tell me all the time, come down for the weekend and we'll go out on the boat like we used to. I'm like, oh, I missed it down there. So I would love to go back down there, but damn, that's a 9-hour drive. But yeah, so I will go in clear water, not water that I can't see underneath me. Now, it doesn't say what kind of water this is that Lake Lanier has, but it's a lake. So I'm going to assume that this has like black water. The black water is what I'm talking about. You can't see underneath it. There's black water and there's brown water, and it's either on dirt or muck. Okay. I ain't going in either one of those because there's fucking gators and crocodiles and a friend of mine that I went to school with, son, jumped from the rope swing, and guess what? Bit his arm off. Just take a wild guess what bit his arm off. I ain't going in no fucking kind of water like that. Nope. He lives with one fucking arm now. I'll never forget when that happened. Never forget it. I ain't going in. No. And that was even in the town next to it. That wasn't even Lake Okeechobee. I don't believe that his arm got bit off by the fucking alligator. Shit. Anyway. No dark water. I can't wait to go to Miranda Lagoon though, because that is like so clear blue pool water. And it's Miranda. I don't know if it's fresh water or salt water. It doesn't say. Is a lagoon fresh or salt water? I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I don't care either way. We're going, but it's amazing. That place looks amazing. I can't wait to go. But anyway, I never learned to swim. I'm scared of the water as I got thrown in the lake by a camp counselor. Get the fuck out of here. So if I never learned to swim, I definitely wouldn't go in deep water. I would definitely only stay in like 2 feet of water, like up to my maybe my thigh, where I can stand up. Like, I don't want to have to, you know, but my thing, I learned to swim when I was real little. So I grew up, we had a pool all growing up. So I learned to swim, I think, when I was a baby. So I did a lot of swimming when I was growing up. But if I didn't learn how to swim, I would definitely stay, you know, where I could walk in the water. I would definitely go out and enjoy the water if it was clear. But I wouldn't go deep enough where I felt like I would have to swim. You can probably say I can't swim either, because if I stop, I'm going down. I can't stay above water. Okay, well, but I don't think where we're going, I don't think the whole place is very deep. Like, we can get floaties. We can get like big floats and just float around on. You know what I mean? Almost like a lazy river is where we're, you know what I mean? It's almost like a lazy lagoon that we're going to, and we can get on floats and just float around. And we can all just hold on to each other's floats and just float together. Like, we don't have to do that. Lots of sunblock, though. We're going to take lots of sunblock. And even Rumpa was like, oh my God, that sounds like such a good time, but he can only come down once. So he decided to come down for the birthdays instead. So that's why on Saturday, the night we're getting the hotel, that is his birthday, that Saturday. And then my birthday is Sunday. So he's just coming so we can celebrate our birthdays together for a weekend. And I think it's going to be fun, fun, fun. So this week I will get in and get our room done for the High Springs, because in all we're gonna do is hang and go to dinner and eat some fucking ice cream and break Rumpa in. Because I told Rumpa, I was like, and he's like, I've got to meet all the girls. He was not able to come to the meetup. And he's very much looking forward to meeting all the girls. So, but that's all I have. That is all I have of Georgia. The next state is Hawaii. But Sunday is June 1st, which is the first day of fucking hell season down here. June 1st is the first day of hurricane season. So I got to get the babies moved in and safe by June 1st, and I'll be happy. I have worked so hard to get my babies in there and safe by June 1st. I've got to fucking get Elvis in there, and he was so stubborn today and wouldn't go in. I'll figure it out. I'll get it fucking figured out. Oh, tell Lucian, thank you. I'm so glad that he loves the book, and he is more than welcome to come meet the actual lollipop. Okay, good. But I still think the rafts things, the raft things are a good idea, that we could just float around and day drink and fucking laugh. My birthday is July 6th, Ayla, and Rumpa, his birthday is July 5th. So we're just gonna, for years, we always never celebrated together. And he called me and he's like, I haven't seen y'all in like 3 years and I'm coming down for our birthday. Oh, is it fresh water? That's even better, because, you know, whatever. But I don't care if it's fresh or salt. It's going to be fun. That place is so beautiful there. And if Tina can go too, that's fine too, because we're all just going to pitch in for the room, and it's going to be cheap as shit. We'll probably get 2 rooms and just all pitch in for that. Yeah, Ayla, I've creamed again. You've creamed again? Rita, is there something you ain't telling me? You've creamed again. Oh, ice cream. Okay. Okay. Hi, Uni. I got you, Rita. It just took me a minute. I did not realize you were trying to say ice cream. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I lived near the ocean my whole life, basically. Since I was 15, I grew up on the ocean because I lived in West Palm Beach. And when I was young, me and my friends would go to the beach for the day, and but when you're born and raised by the ocean, you get tired of it and you just don't go there anymore. You know? So I give two shits. Like where I live now, I live right on the Suwannee River, and there's springs, and there's the river and the springs, and it's dark water, and there's fucking crocodiles. I ain't getting in no fucking river water. I don't care how pretty it is. It's dark water. I don't see underneath it. I will watch it from the land. So you said, oh dear. Yes, you did say, oh dear, Missy, but you saw what I saw, and I swear I thought she says I've creamed again. Anyway. What's up, Uni? Love the ocean, especially when all the whales are here. Oh, well, see, I ain't never seen a whale. I've seen dolphins and I've seen manatees. I ain't never seen a whale. And where are you again, Ayla? Are you over there on the West Coast? Because the whales are over there, or you're up north where the whale they like more cold water. This is fucking hot water over on this end. It must be nice. I wish to goodness I could take a nap, any type of nap throughout the day. There's just so much noise and stuff going on in my household during the day. It's impossible to take a nap. So I wish I could. What? You saying I ain't right, Rita? Girl, you typed it. Now, I have seen the ocean. I've never seen it in person, but I've seen the videos, but where it's cold, like up in Alaska and stuff. And they have the penguins and the fucking polar bear. I would absolutely love to see the penguins. I would love to see a fucking penguin in person, even though I know there's like is it SeaWorld that has the whole penguin thing where they keep it really cold in there. I've never seen a penguin in person, just in videos or pictures. I've never seen one in person. I have a hard time sleeping too. It takes a lot for me to actually go to sleep. And sometimes once I'm out, I can sleep. But most of the time, I'm such a light sleeper. The slightest thing will wake me up. And if I take like my melatonin or the Tylenol PM, if I take something for sleep and something wakes me up, then I can't go back to sleep. So it's like, fuck. Well, penguins is like my bestie's favorite animal. Penguins? She loves penguins. Annie loves penguins, in case y'all didn't know that. And I got her for Christmas one time. I got her a pair of leggings, and they have these cute little penguins all over. So anyway, but yeah, penguins are Annie's animal, and I fucking love penguins too. But they're so cute. But I've never seen Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. We have beautiful endangered killer whales and humpback whales here in Sea Lion. Okay, so now you guys have heard me talking about my California trip. Now I went to California and we drove up, what is it, the Pacific Coast Highway, right? The PCH. Isn't that what it's called? The Pacific Coast? Any fucking way. That one over there on the East Coast. And that's when I truly learned my fear of heights. Every once in a while, though, he would stop. And it was the most, excuse me, it was the most breathtaking and amazing view. I was so scared of the height part of it, but it was so beautiful. And the sea lions and the seals, that's the first time I had ever seen one in person. Like there was just hundreds of sea lions laying on the beach. And then we saw this one seal on a dock, and he was laying on his back and he was eating like I don't know what he was eating, but he was on his back floating and he was feeding himself. And I went, oh my God, he's so fucking cute. So, yeah. So I did see some seals and sea lions on that trip, but that's the only time. Never up close, though. I was never close to them. We were, from a distance, I could see what they were and, Yeah. Oh, you okay. Shit. Well, I can't sleep unless I take something for sleep. It is so and a lot of that is how I have a hard time getting to sleep and can't stay asleep. I wake up multiple times every night. I'm a very light sleeper. And I don't know. It's just I have tinnitus. So I have to have a TV on, or I have to have noise in the room when I'm sleeping. So I can't, if it's quiet, I cannot go to sleep because all I hear is the fucking ringing. I cannot go to sleep without my Tylenol PM or whatever. If I take the Tylenol PM, or if I'm out of that, I'll take my melatonin, whichever. I can't. It's hard for me to go to sleep without that. Now, I need noise when I sleep. Like I can turn on my show and I can focus on that so I don't hear the ringing. But now if I have somebody next to me and they're fucking snoring like a chainsaw, they better get up and get the fuck out, because I cannot go to sleep with that. I know the difference. Like I can't, oh my God, my ex snored so bad, like a fucking chainsaw, and he had the sleep apnea, and he would quit breathe, and then all of us, he would suck it in so bad it would scare the piss out. Like I have literally woken up scared to death in the middle of the night, and I made him sleep in a different room for a long time. Like I can understand people sleeping in separate rooms if they snore, but I can't sleep with that mess. I can't sleep with the chainsaw going off. Yeah, I can't sleep if it's dead quiet. No, because when it's dead quiet, it's actually quite loud if you understand what tinnitus is. So like right now, I don't hear it, but if I'm quiet, I hear it. Now, I've had my hearing checked, and they said for someone who has tinnitus, I have very good hearing, because like I can still hear the chirping outside. I have good hearing, like with vehicles, but you guys have heard me in here bitch about my neighbor's dogs that's barking. Like I can hear really good, but the ringing just drives me nuts sometimes if it's quiet. So if we have no fucking electricity, I'm miserable. I'm miserable because it gets quiet. No shit. The only time I drink soda is with an alcoholic beverage. I don't drink soda for any reason except as a mixer. I drink water or my diet drink. I'll drink Gatorade. I just drink a lot of water and Gatorade. Hi. And my diet drink and stuff like that before I eat. But I work outside a lot, so I drink a lot of water and Gatorade throughout the day. Sometimes I just get so watered out I need a Gatorade because it has some flavor. So yeah, I do that because it's hot, and God, it's just hot. So thank you. I just know when it's that fucking hot, you can get so dehydrated really fast because you're sweating so much. Like there's no way, like if I was dating someone and they wanted to like stay over to sleep, if they snore, they can't stay over. Like if they can't sleep with a TV on or something, they can't stay over. Like you got to be able to handle. You got to be able to have like a TV on or something because I can't sleep without the TV on. Non-caffeinated soda because of my hypoglycemia. Oh, my sister had that. I got you. So, but yeah, and I work outside so much and I sweat so much in one day. Like I have to drink enough water to keep up with the sweat that's coming out of, God, it's miserable. It's so miserable. But like I was dating this guy and it was eventually came to the point where he was going to stay over. And he's like, I can't sleep with the TV on. I'm like, well, you got to go home because I sleep with the TV on. And if you can't sleep with noise, this ain't going to work. Like I can't. Anyway, we're way off topic now, but I didn't have any more Georgia stuff anyway, but anyway, I need to get off of here. It's 9:20. Thank you guys for coming and sharing my Georgia hauntings with me tonight. Sunday will be the June horoscopes, and I will be having that. If somebody would like to come on as a guest with me, please let me know, and you are more than welcome to come on as a guest with me anytime. And I will be live over here on Clapper for a short period of time. And I had to sleep. Had a sleep divorce. Well, no, I was with my ex for 5 years, and he was wearing that mouthpiece that would help you stop snoring, and it actually worked really good, but it kind of moved it started moving his teeth after a while. So he took it out, and I'm like, you can't. Either I'm going to go sleep in that room or you need to go. So he did. He got up and he went and slept in the other room for probably a year. He slept in there. Any other time we were together or hanging out or got along or whatever. But when it was time for sleep, he'd go in there and turn the TV on in that room and he'd go to bed. But he was a heavy sleeper. Like I was such a light sleeper. I just couldn't do it. And many blessings to you too, Ayla. And again, thank you guys so much for coming in tonight and joining me in the podcast. I love you guys so much. Please come over to Clapper and hang out for a little while. And I will see you guys Sunday night for the horoscopes. I hope you guys have a good couple of days.